Stories of Journey to the West, Appendix.
And today we've got quite a story. It's a classic, really full of fate, injustice, and ultimately some kind of triumph.
Yeah, it's a real roller coaster. Our mission here is to explore this dramatic narrative and see what makes it tick, what still resonates.
So let's set the scene. We're talking Tang Dynasty China. Think Zhenyuan 13th year, the GC year,
Okay.
a time of relative peace, prosperity under Emperor Taizong, and the capital, Tang, magnificent, a truly vibrant place.
Right, the center of the world almost. And that's where our first character comes in.
Exactly. Chen Guangrui, he's a scholar, hails from Haizu. He sees the imperial decree, the call for examinations.
The big exams, the path to
The
advancement.
main path, yeah. For ambitious guys like him, this was the opportunity. It wasn't just about personal glory, though.
No, it was about honor, right?
Yeah.
Family honor, career, the whole package.
Precisely. The system was meant to find talent, bring it into the bureaucracy. That was the idea. Anyway.
And these exams, they were a huge deal in that society.
Oh, absolutely massive. A cornerstone. They offered a real shot at social mobility, which wasn't easy to come by. So
Yeah.
for Chen Guangrui, the stakes were sky high.
And spoiler alert, he nails it.
He does more than nail it. He comes out on top. The Zhuangwen, top scholar in the entire empire.
Wow, imagine that. The prestige, the parade through Chang'an, he's made it.
Absolutely. That title, Zhuangwen, it was the absolute peak, guaranteed a good government job, instant elite status, a huge moment for him and his family.
But things rarely go that smoothly in these stories, do they?
Not this time, no. So picture the celebration parade. Chen Guangrui's riding high, literally.
Yeah.
And he passes the mansion of Chancellor Yin Kaishan. Important guy.
Okay.
And the chancellor has a daughter, Miss Yin Wenjiao, sometimes called Mantang Zhao, unmarried.
And she has a rather, let's say, unique way of finding a husband.
Huh. Yeah, the embroidered ball toss. It was a real custom, apparently.
Seriously, she just throws a ball.
Pretty much. Throws this decorated ball from, like, a balcony or window, and whoever it hits, well, that's her choice. Seen as fate, I guess.
Talk about leaving things to chance. And let me guess.
You guessed it. She throws the ball. It lands right on Chen Guangrui's hat.
No way.
Yes way. Talk about fate intervening. And the chancellor, seeing the brand new Zhuangguian standing there,
Right.
well, he's thrilled.
I bet. Sees a perfect match for his daughter. Talented, high status.
Exactly. So, boom, marriage arranged, just like that. Big wedding celebration.
Wow, Whirlwind doesn't even cover it.
Not at all. And very soon after, Chen Guangrui and his new wife, Miss Yin, are off, heading to Jiangsu.
Why Jiangsu?
That's his new post, his reward for being Zhuangguian. He's appointed governor there.
Governor already. Okay, so things are moving fast. Marriage, new job, long journey.
Incredibly fast. And that journey itself, it starts out pleasant enough. Springtime, nice weather.
Setting us up for a fall, maybe?
You could say that. There's this contrast, right? The nice weather versus the danger lurking. They stop at an inn, the Wanhua Inn. And that's where the first hiccup happens. Chen's mother, Madame Zhang, who's traveling with them, she gets sick.
Oh dear. That complicates things.
It does. It forces a pause, creates a vulnerability. These small details often become huge later,
Yeah, foreshadowing. Like that fish.
Ah, yes. The golden carp. Good catch. While they're at the inn, Chen Guangrui buys this golden carp from a fisherman.
Intending to cook it for his sick mother, right?
Right. But then he notices something unusual about it. Maybe its color, its eyes, and he remembers some local superstition about special fish.
So he has second thoughts.
He does. Instead of cooking it, he feels this compassion, maybe? Or maybe just respecting the local belief. He releases it into the Hong River.
An act of kindness. Seems minor, but I have a feeling it's not.
Definitely not minor in the grand scheme. It shows his character, but more importantly, it sets up let's call it a cosmic debt. That act will come back.
Okay, noted. Golden carp released.
Uh.
But his mother's still sick.
Right. Too sick to travel. So, they make the tough call. Leave Madame Zhang at the inn, well provided for, planning to come back for her.
So Chen and his wife continue alone, just the two of them and, I assume, servants?
Exactly. They press on towards Jiangsu, but leaving his mother, it isolates them a bit more, unknowingly puts them in more danger.
And the danger arrives at the Hong River crossing.
It certainly does. This is where they meet the boatmen, Lu Hong and Li Biao.
Oh, I don't like the sound of this.
You shouldn't. This encounter is pivotal. Lu Hong sees Miss Yin, and he's instantly overcome with lust. He wants her. Simple as that.
Oh, this is bad. This is really bad.
It gets worse. He hatches a plan with the other boatman, Li Biao. Greed and lust, a nasty combination.
So they attack.
Under the cover of night, yes. Swift, brutal. They murder the servant traveling with them, and then they murder Zheng Guanguri.
No, this Wand one. Just like that.
Just like that. Toss his body and the servants into the Hong River. Gone.
Horrifying. And Miss Yin, what happens to her?
She's completely powerless. Her husband murdered right before her eyes. Lu Hong forces her to comply. To survive, she has no choice but to go along with him. Imagine the terror, the grief.
Unthinkable. Trapped with her husband's murderer.
Absolutely tracked. But Zheng Guangrui's story isn't quite over, even though he's dead.
How so? His body's in the river.
Right. But as it sinks, it's spotted by a patrolling sea yaksha.
A yaksha, like a water spirit.
Sort of, yeah. In this story, it seems like a kind of river guardian or patrol. This yaksha sees the body, realizes something's wrong, and reports it.
Reports it to whom?
To the Dragon King of the Hong River.
The Dragon King. Okay, now we're getting into the supernatural.
We are, and here's the twist you won't see coming.
Lay it on me.
The Dragon King is the golden carp Zheng Guanguri released.
Get out! Seriously?
Seriously, the very fish he saved. The Dragon King recognizes Chen's body and is overcome with gratitude. He owes him big time.
Wow, so that act of kind.
Comes back in a huge way. The Dragon King vows to repay the debt. He uses a magic pearl to preserve Chen's body, stops it from decaying.
Incredible.
And he keeps Chen's soul safe in his underwater palace, so he doesn't become some tormented ghost. He becomes a duling, a spirit guest.
So 10 is preserved, waiting.
Exactly. Preserved by the grateful Dragon King he inadvertently saved. It's a glimmer of hope in a really dark situation.
Okay, so hope for Chen, eventually. But what about Miss Yin? Her situation is still terrible.
Oh, absolutely dire. She's forced to continue the journey to Jiangsu with Lu Hong, her husband's killer.
And she's pregnant, right?
Yes. Carrying Zheng Guanguri's child. Talk about pressure and grief and fear all mixed together. She hates Lu Hong, but she has to pretend just to survive and maybe protect the baby.
And when they get to Jiangsu, Lu Hong can't just waltz in, can he?
And he does. Bold as brass.
Yeah.
He has Zheng Guangrui's official documents, right? He presents himself as Zheng Guanguri, the new governor.
He steals his identity. The sheer nerve.
Completely. Takes over his job, his house, his wife, essentially. Ms. Yin is trapped, living under the roof of the man who destroyed her life, pretending he's her husband.
It's sickening. The injustice is just staggering.
It really is. But then something miraculous happens.
Please tell me it's something good for Miss Yin.
It is, in a way. She gives birth to Zheng Guangrui's son.
Okay, a legacy. But surely Lu Hong won't let the child live.
You're right, that's the danger. But get this. As she's worrying, a deity appears. The Southern Dipper Star deity.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sent by Guanyin Bodhisattva, the embodiment of compassion, basically.
And what does the deity say?
Tells her the child is destined for great things, but also warns her. Lu Hong plans to kill the baby, confirms her worst fears.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
But she still has to save the child herself.
She does. And she comes up with a heartbreaking, desperate plan. She writes a letter in her own blood, telling the whole story, who they are, what Lu Hong did. Then, for identification, this is tough.
Huh.
She bites off the baby's little toe on his left foot.
What? Oh my God, as a mark.
As a unique, unmistakable mark, so he could be identified later. Then she wraps him in her undershirt, along with the blood letter, puts him on a wooden plank.
And sets him adrift on the river, like Moses.
Exactly like that. Can you even imagine the pain? Letting your newborn float away, hoping against hope someone finds him?
It's unimaginable courage and grief. Did anyone find him?
Yes. Call it luck, call it fate, call it Guanyin's protection. The plank floats downstream, right to the Jinshan temple.
The temple. Okay, that sounds safer.
Much safer. The abbot, a wise monk named Faming, hears the baby crying. He finds him, finds the blood letter, understands the whole tragic situation.
Thank goodness.
Abbot Faming takes the baby in, names him Jianglu, which means river float, basically, raises him in the temple, keeps the letter and shirt safe.
So the boy grows up a monk, knowing nothing.
For 18 years, yes. He grows up in the temple, takes the monastic name Xuanzang, devout, studious, but ignorant of his past.
Until. There's always an until.
Until one day, another monk, maybe jealous or just cruel, insults him, taunts him about having no parents, being a nameless orphan.
Ouch. That would hurt.
Deeply. It plants that seed of doubt, that need to know. Who am I? Where did I come from?
So he confronts the abbot.
Eventually, yes. The question's not him. He goes to Abbot Faming, the man who raised him.
And the abbot tells him.
He decides the time is right. He reveals everything, shows Xuanzang the blood letter, the undershirt, tells him about his real parents, Chen Guanggrui and Miss Yin, and the murder.
Imagine hearing that. Your whole world turned upside down. Learning your father was murdered, your mother trapped.
Devastating. Shock, grief, anger, and then determination. He vows revenge. He has to find his mother.
But how? Lu Hong is still the governor, presumably. It's dangerous.
Extremely. Abbot Faming knows this. He advises caution, tells Wanzang to go to Jiangsu, yes, but disguised, as a traveling mendicant monk, begging for alms. That way he might be able to get near the governor's residence without raising suspicion. Blend in.
Smart. A way to scout things out.
Exactly. So Xuanzang follows the abbot's advice. Arrives in Jiangsu, disguised. He manages to encounter his mother at the governor's residence, crucially, while Lu Hong is away on business.
Perfect timing.
Incredible timing. And apparently, Miss Yin had a dream, a premonition, that she might meet someone important. So she's perhaps looking more closely than usual.
So she sees this young monk.
And something makes her question him. Maybe his eyes, his demeanor. She asks him questions.
And Wanzang reveals himself.
He does. Tells her who he is. Shows her the proof, the blood letter, the undershirt. And the final confirmation.
The missing toe.
The missing toe. He shows her his foot.
Oh, the emotion in that moment. After 18 years, tears, recognition.
Must have been overwhelming. Finally reunited. But the danger is still very real. Lu Hong could return any minute.
Right. So what do they do?
Miss Yin thinks fast. She tells Wanzang he has to leave immediately, get somewhere safe. But she also hatches a plan.
Another plan. She's resourceful.
Very. She tells Lu Hong later that she wants to visit the Jinshan temple, the place her son was raised, to fulfill an old vow. Says she promised monks shoes years ago.
A cover story to meet Xuanzang again safely.
Precisely. She goes to the temple, supposedly to donate shoes. There, she meets Wanzang and Abbot Faming in secret.
And confirms everything again. The toe.
Yes, she needs to be absolutely sure. She checks his foot again. It's him. More tears, but also planning.
What's the next step?
Yeah.
They can't take on Lu Hong alone.
No. Abbot Faming and Miss Yin agree. Wanzang needs powerful help. Miss Yin tells him to find her parents, his maternal grandparents, in the capital, Chang'an.
Chancellor Yin, of course. He has the power to help.
Exactly. She gives Wanzang a letter for them explaining everything. But first,
there's more.
One more stop. Wanzang feels he must find his paternal grandmother first. Madame Zhang, the one left at the inn all those years ago.
Yes. Did he find her? Was she okay?
He finds her in Hangzhou, but she's not okay. She's blind.
Blind.
From years of weeping over her lost son, Chen Guanggrui. Just inconsolable grief. Heartbreaking.
But then, another miracle. Xuanzang, in an act of filial piety, licks her eyes.
He licks her eyes.
Strange, I know, but that's the story. And miraculously, her sight returns.
Wow, okay. Divine intervention seems to follow this family.
It certainly seems that way. So grandmother found and healed, Xuanzang finally heads to Chang'an, to the Chancellor's mansion.
The final step before confronting Lu Hong.
Right. He finds Chancellor Yin and his wife. He reveals the whole terrible truth, his identity, his father's murder, his mother's captivity, and presents the letter from Miss Yin.
How does the Chancellor react? His daughter held captive, his son-in-law murdered by an imposter.
Utter fury, grief, rage, disbelief. He immediately goes to the emperor, petitions Emperor Taizong himself.
And the emperor believes him.
Yes. The evidence, the story, it's compelling. The emperor is shocked, outraged. He grants Chancellor Yin an army.
An army to go to Jiangsu.
An army to go to Jiangsu and bring Lu Hong and Li Biao to justice. Finally.
So justice is coming. Swiftly, it sounds like. Very swiftly. The imperial army marches on Jiangsu. Lu Hong and Li Biao are completely caught off guard, captured.
Do they confess?
Under interrogation, yes, they confess everything. The murder, the impersonation, the whole vile scheme.
And the punishment.
Brutal, but fitting for the times and the crime.
Yeah.
They are executed. Publicly, probably. Justice.
A grim end, but deserved.
Yeah.
So Lu Hong is gone. Ms. Yin is free.
Yes. And then there's a very poignant scene. Chancellor Yin, Miss Yin, and Wanzang go back to the Hong River.
The place where Chen Guanggrui was killed.
Exactly. They hold a memorial service for him, finally able to mourn him properly, acknowledge his death. A moment of closure.
But is it really closure? Didn't the Dragon King preserve Chen's body?
Ah, you remembered. That's the final incredible twist during the memorial service.
Don't tell me.
Chen Guanggrui is resurrected, brought back to life by the Dragon King.
No, he actually comes back.
He actually comes back. The Dragon King fulfills his promise, repays his debt in the most amazing way possible. Chen returns, maybe with some gifts from the Dragon King too.
Wow. A family reunion beyond belief. Wife, son, back from the dead.
Imagine, tears of grief turn into tears of joy. The family, torn apart so violently, is miraculously reunited.
So what happens then, after all that?
Well, Chen Guangrui, being alive again and reinstated, gets an honorable position at court in Chang'an, his honor restored.
Good for him. And Wanzang, does he stay with his parents?
No, he actually returns to monastic life. That's his calling, cemented by his experiences, perhaps. He becomes the famous monk Sanzang we know from history.
Ah, that's Wanzang. Dharma Master Chen Shanzang. It all connects. And Miss Yin, she gets her husband back.
She does, but her end is complex and maybe troubling for us now.
How so?
Sometime later, according to the story, she chooses to end her own life.
But why? She got her husband back, justice was done?
The reasoning given is that she wanted to remain faithful and true, essentially to the memory of her husband during the time he was believed dead, and perhaps felt tainted by her time with Lu Hong, even though forced. A difficult ending to grasp now.
Yeah, that's a tough one, a very different cultural context.
Absolutely. It adds a layer of tragedy right at the end, despite the miraculous reunion.
So we end with Chen restored, Huanzang on his spiritual path, and Miss Yin making this final dramatic choice. What a story.
It really covers the spectrum, doesn't it? Horrific injustice, supernatural intervention, destiny, revenge, reunion, tragedy.
It definitely does.